Hey, what's good, everybody? How's everybody doing? It's your boy Day, and welcome to another episode of my Shadow Ray Legends video. Okay, so let's talk about it. I know yesterday I did some pulls and from the voice shards, and I've told that I said, I'm gonna stop. I didn't get any legendaries. So I'm just gonna completely stop. Then I don't know. I was at work today. I was on YouTube. I'm seeing a bunch of content creators pulling these shards, and I'm like, man, it's a two-time event. I probably have a good shot at getting some type of legendary. Unfortunately, it wasn't the legendary that I wanted, but nevertheless, I did get a legendary. I had to do an additional 8 pulls, and I got myself a legendary. I don't know who this champion is. When I pulled him, I was at work, so I really couldn't really get a chance to look at the kid, see if this champion is a good champion or not. So normally what I do, and when I'm getting a legendary champion or an epic champion, I like to create 3 categories that I like to put them in. The first category is build this champ up right away. They are extremely strong. Build them up. That meta, build them so I can get the full benefit out of them day one. I really don't like waiting to build up meta champions later on down the line because I feel like they're not getting used. I don't know. That's just kind of how these gotcha games work. The second category is going to be this is a very strong character. Probably not meta, but it's still a very strong character. You probably want to build this character as soon as you can. Probably not, not stop what you do and build this character, but within, a couple of weeks, a month or so, you probably want to get this character built. Then the last category, I put the champions in, and we're like, you know what? I'll build you when I get around to it. I'm just throw you in a vote. So with Leo the Proud is what I was able to pull. This is a void champion. He is from the Skinwalkers, and I am dying need of Skinwalkers. Believe it or not, I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of good Skinwalker champions. Let alone I don't have any legendaries yet. So I believe this is my first Skinwalker legendary. I could be wrong, but I believe this is the first. So let's go over to the abilities to see if this is a champion that's going to be in the first category or the second category, or do we got to throw him in a vote because he's not that good? Now, it's a void champion, so I'm hoping this is a good champion because void shots are hard to come by. It would kind of really suck to to have sucky void legendaries. Again, I'm pretty sure there is, but I just think it's kind of sucky if they did that. All right. So I guess we can start out with the aura. Okay. All allies' critical rate in battle is increased by 24%. Wow. That can be useful, especially on, characters that I'm probably missing the mark when it comes to crit rate, and the fact that it's a 24%. Come just think about certain builds, even perhaps his build. I don't know. I haven't read his kit yet, but let's just say this is a champion that requires, crit and crit damage. I could definitely see how this can be useful. But this is just a noob, talking. But this seems like a really, really good, ability. I won't say it's an OP ability, but I definitely think this is a really good ability. And as a matter of fact, I think this is probably the first aura 24% crit rate in all battles. So that's pretty, and that's another thing too, is in all battles. It's not just in factions, it's not just in the arena, it's all battles. So I think that's pretty darn good. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's start out with the passive. Of course, the passive would not be active at least until I can level 3 ascension this champion. Okay, so let's take a look at the passive. Instantly place an unkillable buff on this champion for 1 turn. However, this is already off to a bad start. Just 1 turn, out of a 4 turn cooldown. Doesn't seem that great to me. But nevertheless, it is a passive ability. It is a passive ability. So taking that into consideration, it's not that bad. This is not something it is a passive ability. It's not like I have to use the active skill to use it. It's just passive. So basically, every 3 turns, I pretty much get an unkillable. Okay, damage increase as this champion HP decreased by 1% for every 1% of HP loss. Okay. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing because why would I want my champion to, go down in health to do more damage? Usually want to keep my champions, as close to full health as much as I can. I'm not one of them type of players who like to play on the edge and have my character's health at a really finite amount. So the passives is if I had to rate out of 5 stars, I give the passive a 3. You know, it's not extremely horrible. It's not the best. So I will rate this passive as a 3 out of 5. Okay, let's move over to the A3. Attack all enemies. Like, okay, liking this already. Anytime it says attack all enemies, it's always going to be good in my book. Attack all enemies has an 80% chance of placing True Fear debuff for 1 turn. Again, with this 1 turn stuff, as a legendary, I don't like that. You know, but okay, before attacking, it has an 80% chance of placing a 25% weakened debuff on all enemies for 2 turns. Now, this is a lot better. This is a lot better. 2 turns. Is there a chance for me to decrease the? No, there's no chance of the cooldown. However, if I book this out, basically these would become 100% instead of just 80%. So that is good. I just wish it was maybe like a, you know, especially because the whole True Fear is only 1 turn. But, you know, nevertheless, again, if I had to rank on this A3, once again, I wouldn't rank this really high. I don't think it's as sucky as the passive. So I would probably rank this maybe like at a 3.5 out of 5 stars, if, you know, I'm being honest. All right, let's move on to the A2. The A2 attacks all enemies 2 times. Seems like the A2 is better than the A1, okay? Passive effect. This champion is immune from stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, and true fear, and defaults when this skill is not. How would that really work then? I don't understand that. This champion is immune if this debuff is not on cooldown. So basically, I shouldn't use this ability. I'm not understanding. So basically, as long as I don't use this ability, it would never be on cooldown. And if it's not on cooldown, then this champion won't be he's pretty much immune by all these effects. I don't know, guys. Comment down below exactly what this means, because I'm a little when this skill is not on cooldown. I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm taking it as. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading the kit wrong. Maybe I'm understanding the kit. So if anybody understands how this kit is not to play out, please let me know down below. Once again, no cooldowns. So honestly, this is not even something that I would want to book. And unfortunately, you can't pick what you want to book. So my understanding, I would probably rank this as a 3 out of 5 stars again. Man, this is okay. Attack one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 60% chance of placing a 60% debuff for 2 turns. Man, the A1 seems to be the best ability to me out of all these abilities. Again, unless I'm reading these, you know, abilities way wrong, the A1 seems like the one that I want. Damage increased by 20% if the target has less than 6 on with them with wanting to lower his HP. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't know. His 8 now out of 5 stars, I would definitely give the A1 a 4 stars. It's not perfect, but it's really man. This kind of sucks, you know. I'm reading his kit and just like, I don't know. He doesn't seem that great. But again, guys, maybe I'm looking at something. Maybe this champion is good for a certain boss that I haven't unlocked yet. Maybe later on down in the future. So guys, please let me know if this is a good champion, because this seems like a champion that I'm gonna be throwing in the vote. This is not a champion that I don't really see want to level up and get him up to level 60 in good gear as soon as possible. I don't see it. I do not see it. But again, I've only been playing this game for like 160 something days. So again, maybe I'm overlooking something. Maybe I don't understand something. So let me know. But as far as the day stamp, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if this is the champion I'm going to be rushing to level up. The skill seems okay. They're not horrible, but they're not really good either. Like, I feel like if this was an epic champion, but the fact that this is a legendary, I'm not feeling it. And I'm finally starting to realize legendaries are not treated all equal. I figured that yes, you'll have some legendaries that are stronger than others, but I would have never thought that there would be certain epics and rares that I would prefer over a legendary. And there's a lot of champs on my account that I would just prefer to use over this champion. But alright, guys, enough rambling. I just want to show you the new champion that I had got, because I put on voice, you know, on screen. Guys, let me know down below if this is a champion worth building, or do you agree with me? Throw his behind on the boat and get back to him whenever I can. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you for taking the time to tune in. I don't want to keep you guys anymore. I'm out of here.